redemption song, 'cause all I ever had. Bob Marley. There's this time we used to go to church with my mom like every single Sunday. So there's this time my mom had a function in church. It was Women's Day or something. And people nili watu wana register wa perform wa mawimbo and everything, and I was like, "Hey mom, hata mimi ningetaka ku register nimbe song kuimbe song moja hapo." My mom was like, "Oh, okay, you would want to?" Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah." So nikaenda nikajiregister nini. So hiyo siku ya Women's Day nikapanda stage, nikaimba. Ilikuwa bado niko class 6. Hiyo time nilikuwa class 6. Let me remember this song. 12 hours on her feet and she worked like a slave. She didn't make a lot of money, but the bills got paid. Every day she dealt the pain, I've never seen her cry. No matter how much it hurt, it was her only way to survive. And I'll never forget. If you don't do me right, somebody's gonna get in line. You'll be watching as we wine and dine, and you will know you made a wrong move. If you don't treat me right, somebody's gonna get in line. You'll be watching as we wine and dine, and you will know you made a wrong move. No one can love me the way you love me. No one can love me. You got me master key. No one can love me the way you love me. No one can love me. You got me master key. Yeah. Light it up, bunda marijuana. Light it up, bunda sensimania, mania. Light it up, fire burn Babylon, healing of the nation. In case you never know, light it up, bunda marijuana. Light it up. Under sensimania, mania, light it up, fire burn Babylon, healing of the nation. In case you never know, when I'm in a bad mood and it's a bad day, na nigga stressed out, they can get things straight. When I'm in my zone and I need my space, I roll some herb, light it up, light it up. My name is Becky Muthoni. Yes, a singer, a recording and performing artist, based in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm also a mom of one, yes, and I'm a business lady as well. Becky comes from Rebecca. It's the short form ya Rebecca. So jina zangu za kitambulisho ni Rebecca Muthoni Ogeto. So that's where we get Becky Muthoni. I might say originality, yeah, because many people know me as Becky. You know, that's just me. And my artistry, my singing, I sing about things that happen to me and things that happen to people who are around me. So watu wengi watarelate na mimi as Becky, cause you know, yeah. Becky Muthoni kwa street, Becky Muthoni kwa nyumba. Yani I'm just me everywhere I go. Yeah. Born and raised in Nairobi, in High Rise, my hood called High Rise, H-Town. Big up everyone from H-Town, by the way. Yes, to this day, born and raised, and actually I'm still there. So I'm born in a family of, we are 5 members. My mom, my dad, and 2 bros plus me, so we are 5. My mom is a Christian. Okoka. Yes, that's a good thing, by the way. Tumegrow kwa Christianity, tukipenda God, tukilearn the word of God, you know. And I appreciate her for that. My dad, pia, down to earth guy. So I might say I get my talent, ama yo artistry from my dad. Because, yeah, family yake, his side of the family is quite something. So yeah, singing, tuseme,
I started singing a while back, kitambo. Hiyo vibe ya music nimekuwa nayo for a while because my dad he had a bar somewhere where we used to stay, and he used to be the DJ and the MC at the same time kwa hiyo bar. So he has all these records in the house. You know these CDs nilizochezwa na kinanda and everything, you know, yeah, the big ones and the small ones. Yeah. So he had all these albums za wa kitambo, you know. And all the time in the house he'd play music. Like where my dad is, lazima kukuwe na music, you know. Kama ni ka radio hata kale ka battery, so kama kuna stima kwa nyumba bado kuna music like all the time. So nili grow up tu nikizoea kusikiza music every time babangu kwa nyumba anacheza reggae, anacheza, you know, anacheza. So pole pole nikakamkula, nikaanza kupenda tu kuimba because he'd put something, I'd sing along to it, I'd start like practicing, unaona. I'd like panda on tables and like see myself singing in front of people. So I'd take the remote, ndio nimepanda kwa meza naimbia, hiyo ndio mic naimba, sing along to the. So nikaanza tu hiyo passion ya music ikaanza ku grow. My dad used to love Bob Marley, Masha Griffins. He used to listen to this watu wa kitambo, UB40. I might name a few, but hizi ngoma zenye zilikuwa zinaimbwa ni like Redemption Song, 'cause all I ever had. Bob Marley. Tuseme Bob Marley ndio alikuwa inspiration ya babangu sana. So hizi ndio ngoma niko naimba mostly, tuseme. So yeah, hii time yote nilikuwa tuseme class 5 6 hapo. Yeah. So pole pole tu nikiendelea kulearn ku grow. Alafu there's this time we used to go to church with my mom like every single Sunday. So there's this time my mom had a function in church. It was Women's Day or something. And people nili watu wana register wa perform wa mawimbo and everything, and I was like, "Hey mom, hata mimi ningetaka ku register nimbe song. Kuimbe song moja hapo." My mom was like, "Oh, okay, you would want to?" Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah." So nikaenda nikajiregister nini. So hiyo siku ya Women's Day nikapanda stage, nikaimba. Ilikuwa yeah, bado niko class 6. Hiyo time nilikuwa class 6. Let me remember this song. Because like 12 hours on her feet and she worked like a slave. She didn't make a lot of money, but the bills got paid. Every day she dealt the pain, I've never seen her cry. No matter how much it hurt, it was her only way to survive. And I'll never forget. It was only women, mama, you know. And hiyo song iliwatouch. Lyrics and the way I sang it, not only nilikuwa young bado. So everyone was like, "Oh wow, you can sing. Oh wow, you can sing," you know. So I'm like, "Yeah, by the way, and I can sing," you know. So passion tu ikaanza tu kugrow pole pole. So hata nikienda shule unanipata naimba. I had these song books. Nilikuwa naandika in high school. Unajua zile zenye unaandika lyrics like word to word. You write word to word. So every time umechill tu uko tu hapo unaimba. I had this in high school, yeah. Pole pole tu nikalan, nikigrow na nikilove music. Nikiwa kwa hiyo space ya music. So yeah, when I finished high school, I went through a cafe kidogo there. Primary nilikuwa Madaraka Primary, iko karibu na High Rise na Nairobi West. Ni Madaraka tu. Yeah, Madaraka Primary from pre-unit to class 8. Day. Day, definitely day. And then after that I went to high school. I went to Huruma Girls first before I went to the other high school. So iko mahali Jericho. Hey. Iko mahali somewhere. Iko mahali uko Jericho. And I transferred school. I went to Ngara Girls. That's where I finished my Form 4. So hapo katikati pia I met friends wenye walikuwa wanafanya music. We used to sing pamoja, choir nini. Yeah. But zilikuwa but I had two issues when I was in high school. So kunapata most of the time time yangu na drama festival haiko inapatana niko kwa shughuli zingine. But either way I still loved music, and after that I still pursued music. I got a baby when I finished high school. After that ndo nikaona naweza chukulia music seriously, by the way. Most of the time, I was in the house with the kid. So I used to write a lot. Yani, and then, I was young. I was a very young mom. And hapo pale nilikuwa nimefika, experiences nilikuwa nime-experience at that age. Ilikuwa beyond, Exactly. Mapema. So the only way I could think of expressing what I was going through is through music. So I used to write. I just used to write. Nakaa tu chini naandika kila kitu yenye nilikuwa na go through. Yeah, and nikaingia studio. Before niingia studio, there's this guy mwenye up to date. Namshukuru sana cause yeye ndo alinipeleka studio yangu ya first. Shout out to Ras Kuli manze, you played a very big part kwa kunifanya ni step into this music thingy. So yeah, big up to yourself. I appreciate you a lot. So yeah, nilikuwa naandika music, nilikuwa naimba all this while, and he used to know me from unajua tu zile za mtaani. So akaniambia uende studio. So this time nilikuwa nimetoka place niko na raise mtoi, so I went to visit my mom with my kid. Alafu Raskuli anaishi the same area with my mom. So as nimetoka nje kusalimia watu kwa Esto nini, I met up with him. Hey, yo mambo nini? How's music nini? Nikamwambia I've been writing, nimekuwa nikifikiria. Akaniambia naweza kupeleka studio. And he took me to studio and he paid for the session and I recorded, and yeah, that was my first song. Inaitwa Midnight Blues. Sitaisahau by the way. Inaitwa Midnight Blues. Basically inaongelelea face yangu ya kumaliza high school, kuingia kwa motherhood na vinye. Basically kila kitu imekuwa ikuwa yote. Unajua song ni like 2-3 minutes. So I had to like compress everything ndio iweze kutoshea. But basically ni vitu nilikuwa na go through your time. Yeah. My first song. This is in 2016. When I recorded my first song, Midnight Blues. Of course inapatikana. Why? It's my first song, so it's somewhere in YouTube. You should go check it out. Ni pale unajua kila mtu kuna place yeye huanzia. So unajua hiyo sasa song ni hapo penye nimeanza, Yeah, from yani fresh kutoka. Yeah. So after high school, I immediately nilienda kwa hiyo phase ya motherhood. Immediately after high school. So I was a young mom, and I raised my kids. Naweza sema ilikuwa rough. So I raised my kids alone most of the time. And ilifika time I had to go back home to my parents, because once nilipata mtoi, I was not living with my parents. I was living with my baby daddy. Then things got rough after my kid turned 1 year. So I had to go back home, and it was rough. Your time vitu zilikuwa ngumu. When I went back home, I stayed home for like 6-7 months. So my kid was 1 year and 7 months this time. And I don't have money, I don't have a job. I'm staying with my mom and my dad. Of course my dad is furious because I'm still young. Unajua umeenda hujafanya, he had so much expectations, na ni kama I didn't live up to them, so he was kind of disappointed, Yeah, so I don't know. My mom, naweza sema mama yangu amekuwa my pillar. Like, I just thank God for my mom. She's, I don't know, God sent, yani heaven sent. Amenisaidia, guide through all my life, naweza sema, cause when my kid was 1 year 7 months, she's like, hey Becky, we can't go on like this. You have to go back to school. You have to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, to start kusaidia. So what would you like to do? So at this point, niko like, okay, lazima nifikirie kitu yenye najua itanitengenezea. Once I learn it, kuingiza pesa itakuwa haraka. Yenye naweza shughulikia mtoto wangu nini, So nilikuwa pia na passion ya kushuka. I used to do braids, I used to plait lines yani nilikuwa tu na ile passion ya kushuka. So I told my mom, I think I'm going to do hairdressing and beauty. She's like, oh, okay, sawa. I'm going to find a school, I'm going to look for money, I'm going to take you back to school. So I'm like, okay, that's good. After a while, my mom found a school for me. I went to a school called The Roots Dreadlocks. It's a salon in town where they do natural and dreadlocks. Hizo vitu zote tu za nywele and beauty. So akanitafutia and I went to school. I went there for like 3 months. It was like a 3-month course and a short course. Ni kitu unalearn. Unajua most practical. Yeah, practical. Hakuna ni practical. Then unaingia tu kwa field and you start doing whatever other people are doing. Yeah, so nilikuwa na ile passion alafu pia nilikuwa najua vitu kadhaa. So for me learning ilikuwa haraka. Yeah. So I learned for like 2-3 months mimi nishashikanisha kila kitu. And nile, you know, I'm learning because I have a passion. I know I have a kid at home. So nikikuja job na kuja shule nasoma and once I finished school because it was a salon, the owner of the salon gave me a job. Just there. And believe it or not, in like after 3 or 4 months nimeshaanza kuingiza kakiru. Okay, si sana, but at least there's something inarudi as much as, you know, nimesoma tu for 3 months. At least kuna ile hata kasi mingi siko zero, you know. Yeah, so that's where I started from. Pole I worked there for like a year in town in that salon. Na nililearn vitu mob your time. This short time I was there nililearn kutengeneza. I decided to specialize na dreadlocks, mainly dreadlocks. Yeah. So nilikuwa tunafanya natural hair dreadlocks, and then this 1 year I'm going to town every single day. My kid alikuwa amenizoea because I've been with her ever since she was born to 1 year and 7 months. Yeah, it's a girl. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. It's a girl. Her name is Munifa. Sorry, I forgot to mention. Yeah. So all this time mtoi amezoea kukaa na mamake. She's not used to staying with other people. But now, you know, I have to go and hustle. So I have to tafuta someone to stay with her. Ama nimdukwe nikimdrop daycare. But then unapata when I drop her at daycare, sometimes I come from work late. Shule inafungua 4-5. Natoka job 7-8, you know. Doesn't make sense, yeah. So I had to find someone to look after her. And then the people, wenye nilikuwa napata, for some reason, wako na vibe na mtoi. For some reason, I don't know why. So all the time, naweza sema mtoi wangu alikuwa na stress your time. And it was so hard for me nikiona ile situation yenye napata mtoi nayo. So God just worked things out. This time I'm working in town, yeah. My mom used to have dreadlocks, by the way. So and then there's this guy at home, up to around high rise, used to make her hair. This time he meets my mom somewhere tu hapo around. No, and then ako like, why don't you come nikutengeneze nywele siku hizi, sikuonangi umepotea, you know. My mom's like, oh my kid alienda kala kutengeneza dread, now she does my hair. Yeah, now she's the one who does my hair. I'm like, oh really? That's so nice. On that note, nilikuwa nataka kuhama high rise. And ile salon yangu ya dread nataka kuuza. So would you mind if she knows how to make dreadlocks, she can come there, you know, atengenezange dread. It was just like a simple kibanda. And so hiyo siku nimetoka job, mamangu akashare na mimi hiyo story. Like, I met Blackseed, anaitwa Blackseed, the guy who had the one who used to make my mom's hair. He's actually an artist. Speak up to yourself, Blackseed. He's a reggae artist. He's really good. And I met Blackseed and he told me 1, 2, 3. Would you like nini? I'm considering your kid is going through a lot huku. When you have your own nini, if you can just be going with your kid, yeah, you can be karibu na mtoto, so vitu zitakuwa easier. So I'm like, well, okay, it's a transition because you're coming from like it's a 5-class salon, you know, 5-star, let me say 5-star salon in town, and then your transition unakuja unaanza kwa kakibanda, you know. It was a challenge, so ni kitu nili have to think about a lot, and finally I had to just, you know, ndio at least pia mtoi wangu vitu zitakuwa easier kwake. I just had to consider her, you know. And for some reason just God came through. Mimi naweza sema mi life yangu God anakamingi through in ways, unexpected ways. And yeah, I came to that kibanda And luckily, nilikuwa na clients because this guy had clients and everyone knew that was his place. So when they come there, wananipata hapo. I'm like, Black Seed is not around, but I'm here. I can make your hair, you know. That's how it started. Ika grow pole pole, and nikakuwa na a salon. I owned a salon, Kid Jokes. And through that salon, I had more time and more freedom to be able to access the studio and niendeleze passion yangu ya music. Because still when I was in town, I used to still do music. I used to be in a band actually. Ilikuwa inaitwa syndicate, reggae syndicate. So I used to still till to 2 hours when I was naenda tunatisha turudi hapo kidogo. Naenda na practice nini but need time na iba. Una get? I'm still in time. But now when I came to this kibanda of mine, ninaweza kujipanga. You know, I can panga clients, I tell them you come at this time and this time nakimbia studio. Unajua nafanya 1 2 3, so yeah, vitu tu zili work in I you know, in ways I can't even inafall kwa hiyo story ya hiyo event nimekuambia Mother's Day, Women's Day, tuseme Women's Day, tulikuwa tunaita Women's Day kwa church yetu. Yeah, so hiyo time ndo nilidiscover nyaka and sing, cause venye nilitoka hapo kwa stage, you know, kila mtu alikuwa ananiambia, "Guy, that was so nice." You know, that was like, okay, I did not know. She's so cute. No, like people were coming up to me and saying, "That was so beautiful." That, you know, hata mimi mwenyewe niko like, okay, so I didn't know, you know, like people believe so much in you, hadi uko like, oh, so I have all this potential, you know. So yeah, hapo ndio nika realize yenyewe, since like everyone ananiambia, so there's something, yeah. And pia mimi nilikuwa napenda kuimba. See, that was my first time. Nilikuwa napanda tables kwa nyumba and everything. So yeah, that was my journey. So from that point, your time niliambiwa naweza imba. Well, still young, yeah. I kept that in mind. So niliendelea na hiyo, nilikuwa tuna passion ya music. Nikwambia naenda kuimba na mabeshte zangu shule. Unajua ile mnakaa mnaimba, mna form like a group like 2-3 girls. There's a girl called Khadija alikuwa best friend yangu. She used to love to sing. So most of the time tulikuwa tunafanya hizi reggae mashups, because pia alikuwa anapenda reggae na babake pia alikuwa mtu wa reggae, so we had so much in common. So she knew a lot of reggae music zenye pia mimi nilikuwa najua. So tulikuwa tunapatana tu tunaimba. Anatoa song yani mashups tu. So from that time hivyo tu pole up to date ndio nikaingia studio, ndio nikaanza kuandika. Hii story narudi back to Rasculi Mind mwenye ali decide kuniambia niende studio, alinipea psych. Nilikuwa na mangoma but sijaenda studio. But yeah, so in 2016 when my friend talked to me and told me I can do this and took me to studio and actually paid for the session, that's when I started. That's where the journey started. Niliona I can naweza enda kwa path. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So that's where I started, and I recorded my first song, went on to my second and my third and my fourth, and up along the way nikaanza kupata recognition na watu. Naitwa for interviews 1 2 3, and hapo in 2016, naweza sema 2016, 2017, 18, 19, hapo hiyo period ndio nilikuwa na people are getting to know me now. People are getting to know that I can sing. Watu wengi walikuwa wananijua tu but hawakuwa wanajua naimba. Hadi wanafikiri kai kumbe unaweza imba, you know. So yeah, naweza sema hiyo ndio time, those like 3 years zilikuwa watu waliget kunijua. Na in 2020 naweza sema there's this song I did inaitwa Light It Up. It got quite a reception. Yeah. And there's I through that song niliweza kupata, naweza sema mamilango zilifunguka. Yeah, on my side through that song, because I met people had the song like, hey, uni nani, udem ni nani, and there's this producer. He's really good. He's a producer and he's also an artist. Anaitwa Shamir Tadeya. Alinisikia, aka reach out. Ako like, yo Becky, hi, I've seen your works and I'd like to do something with you. He's a really dope producer. tukaongea na ako like I'd like to work with you and yeah, we'll hit the studio, we talk. So nini nikajipanga nikaenda studio. So unajua mimi naenda studio, unajua msichana anaenda kunirecord song moja kali nini. So kufika studio, as I was talking to him and ako like I'd like to do something for you, like not one song but like 4 or 5 songs, like an EP. Yeah. So I was like, oh my god. So yeah, and we did the EP and it was actually,
you did?
Yes, inaitwa Master Key. I've been chucking like one song every, like after every 3-4 months I chuck a song. Nimezichuck zote saizi. There's 5. The EP is called Master Key, available everywhere. Yeah. And hey, naweza sema hiyo ni kama ilikuwa a turning point in my life, in my music career, and I'm so thankful and grateful that I met him. And through that EP pia nimeweza to meet other new people, other amazing artists, and the journey is still continuing and I still can't wait, and I'm looking forward for everything that is coming. Naweza sema kumitu producer, it's a privilege because alinifanyia kitu yenye si wa maproducer wengi wanaweza do. He did that whole EP, hakuniambia nimpatie pesa yoyote. Yes, I didn't, he just did it. I remember Cheki, you have something and I feel like I think nafaa kukusaidia. Unajua tu ule mse mwenye, yeah, he never asked for anything. Yeah. He did the whole thing. And me, that's just God. Because your time sikuwa poa. Unacheki, sinikwambia nimehustle. Hey, I've been hustling yani. You have a kid, you have nini, let's say, naweza sema I'm a single mom, yeah? So, things were not easy. Na unajua music, inahitaji do. Music inahitaji do. Unasikia recording unaitisha hata 10 kurecord peke yake, that's one song, you know? And at least, so it's something. So mimi naweza sema hiyo ni mlango imefunguka, ilifunguliwa na God, na I'm so grateful. Also through that I met directors wenye wamekuwa kinishutia ma videos, unapata deals, like good deals. You pay for this video, you don't pay for this one. Yani kuna tuma vitu tu zinakama hapo along the way. Unapatana na mtu, I love your music, I'll pay for an audio. I love your music, I'm going to sponsor your video. Unaget? Yani someone guy usicheze na God. Easy vitu happen. Yani God ana opening doors zenye you never thought, yani you'd never thought you'd be there. But yeah, easy vitu happen. So yeah, God and through music, amenionyesha where you can take me to places. So I've been nominated the Kama Awards, Caribbean Afro Music Awards from the UK. No, still local. Yes, still local. I was nominated as the best upcoming act of the year among other dope artists from the 254. It really happened, nimechak mangoma kama 3 from the EP. And watu wako like, udem ni nani? Unajua, who's this? So, your time, and they were really doing good, the songs. And yeah, this time there's this DJ, and naitwa Hatiko. Big up to Hatiko, by the way, he came through with that. So they got in touch with him, the guys from the Afro-Caribbean Music Awards, wakamuliza nina artists wagani from the 254, and would you kindly share their links and their musics, and their music, kindly share ndio tu. So he did, Kaniuliza and some few other artists that he knows, and yeah, we were shortlisted na tukachukuliwa. And yeah, and the voting has been going on, imeisha juzi 31st of July. So they are about to announce the
winner. Yes,
bado haja announce. But yeah, that's yoni one of my highlights. And yeah, I give thanks. I can't wait. I'm looking forward. Yes, me too. I pray I do. I nimeshare. I think tumejuana late. I think so. Because nimekuwa nikishare. No, I don't have like a band of my own. I have people that I can call Mostly people who play the guitar, acoustic. Yes, I have some few people I can call if I have like an interview or a gig. I can call them whenever come through. So, yeah, but I'm working on getting like kurihasi niko na mabeshte zangu nikagesa. I also have a guy called Marcel from the Roots Band Connection. Yeah, he comes through for me. Yeah, so for rehearsals, yeah. Support nimepata from my fans, to Shamir Tadea, my producer. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me musically. Also for my cousin, yeah, naitwa Miss Trudy. Miss Trudy, thank you so much for coming through. She's been playing big parts in my career. Also, there's a time nilikuwa managewa, nilikuwa under management, and that time pia naweza sema my manager, no, I'm not, but your time my manager came through, so big up to yourself, Lavish Management. Yeah, he's been my producer ever since I started working with him. So bado sahi pia gets me, I get him. So kuna ile unajua mkielewana na mkikuwa na ile ndasemaje? Mkikuwa na ile tu chemistry na bond, yani kitu yenye mtatoa hapo, yeah, and it's a masterpiece. Professionalism, that's key. Hey, Juma producer hapa nje, my friend. Alafu pia msemonye tuko na chemistry na yeye, mtu tuna vibe, tuko on the same vibe, una get. Hakuna kuforce, kama tu mwenyewe kama iko, unaona? Yeah, na pia mtu mwenye ako focused na ile kitu anafanya, mtu mwenye ako serious kwa craft yake. Si mtu mwenye ndaka mtu record manze uniekete juu 4-5 months unangojea master. Unajua? Nangojea master ya song, like what the hell? Nataka tu mtu mwenye, yeah, professionalism is key. Unajua mtu mwenye ako disciplined. Yeah. Na pia mimi na deliver. So if it's kama ni time yangu, if tumeagree, fika studio in time, be there in time. If you're supposed to have paid me this amount of money, this amount, my time, unajua, I play my part, you play your part, tupatane katikati. Yes. Yes. Ndo hivyo sasa. Meet one of the artists that I really look up to, anaitwa Janine, in an interview. Yeah, Janine Moja. Hey, it was. Yeah, she was in Kenya. Yeah, sorry, she was in Kenya, and I let him end up. Coincidentally, tulikuwa tunafanya interview the same station, na tukapatana naye kwa backstage. Hey, mimi kwangu ilikuwa we didn't get to talk and yani to bond, but ile tu kupatana na yeye, could just say a few words to her and take a picture with her. Nikitu yani ilikuwa yani, it was special. Iko yani make sure nilipost it somewhere in my Instagram. Ukitafuta utaiona. So yeah, ilikuwa one of my best. Kupatana pia na watu nimepatana nao along the way. Give thanks. Worst pia, nime lose friends along the way, my music journey. Kukosana, they're still there, but tumekosana for one reason or the other. Of course, ku lose friend ni kitu si rahisi, yeah. Si rahisi, but we need to keep moving regardless, you know. But of course, it was not good. It was not easy for me, especially your facing years of zote, because there were so many things happening at the same time. This is happening. I didn't even feel like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry for this. I feel too, yeah, I just feel like, unajua, nimefika mwisho. But the people who close to me, the people who mentor me, no, just keep going, kept talking to me. And that really helped a lot. kuna producers wenye kuwork nao itakuwa rahisi. Experiences nyingi experience haijakuwa poa. So
stories za kawaida.
Hizo tu stories amazing unasikia hizo tu, yani
Dai kuchoma.
Sasa sitaki ni wachome. Unajua sijawaka na producers wengi. So unaweza choma usikie kumbe ni ule msee. But okay, yeah, kuna experiences tu uko like unaenda studio unapatana na producer anadai mambo ingine yenye haikuwa kwa plan, unajua so
producer bado kujiongea
si hivyo, but situfanye kitu tu inatuleta hapa bro, please please. But either way it happens a lot. Hizi ni vitu zofanyika not only kwa si peke yake kwa industry ya music, but pia kwa hizo industries zingine. Unapata kwa ofisi you cannot be promoted because of this person wants this person wants this, you know, and since you're not there to, yani not for sale bro. Yeah, so vitu kama hizo ndo moments kwa shit man. But yeah, good over evil. Naweza sema the kind of music I do is music with message. Naweza sema hivyo, music with the message of love, message of understanding, of growth, of teaching. Unajua? Yeah, so basically naweza sema hiyo that's the kind of music I do. Reggae music. It's the genre ya ngoma yenye nafanya, it's urbanized reggae. I can say that, and dancehall. By urbanized reggae I mean reggae that is fused with more modern type of music. You get like reggae pop. Etana. Oh my god. Etana. I love her music. Yes. Nasema Etana. Niko na wengi but Etana. I love her. Yeah.